Welcome to a special edition of Exploring Citizens Defending Freedom. We have Jack Knocke and Janice Knocke with us, and we're going to be discussing a little bit about CDF and how it got going here in Nassau County and, how it's been going. And I just want to welcome you, Jack and Janice. Thank you for spending time here.
Thanks, James.
So, Jack, you started CDF, and what a big splash it's made in our community. It's been 1 year. What are some of your thoughts at this time, 1 year in?
Well, it's been a whirlwind year. We've had a lot of challenges, a lot of involvement in the community, volunteers stepping up. We raised a lot of money to get started. And what's amazing to me is we have a lot more to go, a long way to go.
Yeah. Janice, you've been holding his coat as he's gone out into the community and taken some strong stands on the positions. How's it been on the home front, and how's it been for you being, his helpmate?
Well, it's been fun. I mean, I've always been interested in politics, and I've always just paid attention to national politics. But now we're on the local level, and this is how we can actually affect change. So I definitely see change happening in our city, Fernandina Beach, and Nassau County. And that's super exciting because that's how we can actually affect change nationally.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to actually be making a difference versus just complaining and talking about what's going on, actually taking steps to make a difference.
Some of those steps that you've taken have involved doing events in our community. Thinking back over the last year, just tell us some of the events that you've helped Jack put together.
Well, the events have been a few big events where we hosted the movie 2000 Mules and also
Selection Code.
Yes. And most recently, we hosted a book event with an author, Bruner, and it was a super interesting book about what's going on in our nation. And the events there are a little bit of work to do, but it's super exciting to see local patriots show up and excited and see the people that really want to make change happen. So,
Jack, at these events, have you seen people actually show up, or is our community interested when you put out the call for these events? Do you get a good response?
We've had several very large events with the movies and with the book review. Mostly on our monthly meetings, we'll have 30 to 50 people sometimes, depending on the subject. But what I find is it's very energizing for those who are there. Sometimes it's hard to get off the couch. There's a lot going on. And so when people do come out, it's very invigorating. It actually is invigorating for me to see that people are so interested too.
Yes. Now, at some of these meetings that you have each month, you have been in different parts of the county. This is a large county to try and cover and include all the populace in your programs. How do you do that? What's the strategy to make a large county, feel a part of one organization?
Well, we've been alternating the meetings month to month from the west side of the county to the east side of the county. So we'll have a meeting over at the community center here on the island, and then we'll meet at a restaurant over in the west side of the county. And so that gives everybody an opportunity to be at a meeting without having to drive too far to be there with us.
Yeah. I think, Janice, were you at the meeting when the sheriff's representative came and spoke to probably about 30 people? Do you remember that?
Yeah, it was a great meeting, and it was super interesting. The community was very interested because it involved child trafficking.
Right here in Nassau County.
Nassau County. In our county that we think nothing happens bad, but it does, just like every other county in the United States.
I believe he was telling a story of where the sting is like either at Lowe's or somewhere right down State Route 200. They're picking up someone who's come from, I think, out of state, made into our county.
Yeah, super scary. But the only way we can stop it is by paying attention to what's going on and bringing it to our citizens' attention. Yeah. So we have a lot of eyes on issues.
Yeah. So are we going to be seeing more events in 2024? You got some ideas of what you might be able to bring before the people coming up this year?
You know, a lot of times it's what's happening that month or the month before, or for that particular meeting, it was because of the Sound of Freedom movie coming out, and this sheriff detective being a part of that organization that was also linked to the Sound of Freedom. What was astounding to me is at that meeting, one of the servers at the restaurant had identified 2 weeks earlier a possible child who was not matched up to the adult that she was with. And there was suspicion that there could have been some child trafficking going on. It's amazing to me. And then other folks that I've spoken to in our group who I've identified cases where there was an attempted child abduction. And I was like, I can't believe that's happening here in our town. So we look for the current event, the issue of the day, so that we can, make sure that we're making a difference in something that's actually happening here in Nassau County.
Yeah. Well, I want to congratulate you on your 1-year anniversary and being one of how many counties in Florida?
25 counties now.
In Florida.
And 7 in Florida, 25 in the country.
All right. But you're one of 7 counties that CDF is established in. That's quite an accolade to you to have pulled that off when there's 100, how many counties do we have?
67 in Florida.
Yes, that's quite an accolade to you, and I just want to congratulate you, and I want to thank you for listening to a little bit of insight on how CDF has weathered through the first year, and we look forward to bringing you more information as time marches along. Thank you very much. Thanks, Jax. Thank you, Janice.